Hello, my friends. Sorry, I had to squish all the cards together to get them all in the screen. All right, we're starting off with Between Worlds, number 3 from the Wisdom of the Oracles deck. And the message from that one is transitions, not being quite out of one situation and also fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. The Oracle's message: between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great mystery and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past began to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. So here you are in this transitional state, neither here nor there, but a little bit there and a little bit here. All right, so you have come out of a toxic situation, and you have some pretty toxic tendencies, put it that way. I'm trying not to offend you too much, but you need to understand that you have some things to work on. You're not a perfect person. None of us are. And you apparently are very fond of attention. You're accustomed to getting a lot of attention. You're charismatic, I would guess. You have a certain amount of charm. And you're used to being, sort of the star of the show. Now, on top of that, you have become aware that you have been in a toxic situation for a long time, and you want to get out of it. You have fallen in love, or you would like to be in love, with a Queen of Swords in reverse. This person has their own problems to deal with. Nothing unusual there. That's the human condition. They are perhaps thoughtless and cruel with their words, and maybe a tendency towards a bit of a temper. Also, not as honest as they would like to think they are. You have thought that you have had a lot of options, and maybe you have, but now you have a spiritual calling. That means your options are gone. They were illusions. What matters now is that you follow this calling to where you want to be, and slow down. I understand you're wanting to escape the situation that you were in as quickly as you can, but this between the worlds time is not under your control. It will move ahead at the speed that it is meant to move ahead, not at the speed that you would choose necessarily. All right. What does the universe have to say about this situation? What does the universe want you to know about your between the worlds state? So your lack mentality, you're feeling left out in the cold, or you have been. This is what you've been feeling left out about. You've thought that you will never have the ideal family life that you pictured in your head. But perhaps you're thinking that maybe it could happen. Maybe. It seems like you have some healing to do yourself. If you want to have a Ten of Cups situation, you have to be a Ten of Cups kind of person, not a person who expects everyone to drop everything and pay attention to them. That's not healthy or productive. The sun is coming for you, though. But so is honesty. And a need for you to get your house in order, financially speaking. You haven't, although you presented as an older person earlier in the deck, now you're coming up as a page in reverse, but still a page, which is at the beginning of learning how to be financially successful, stable. There's been a lack of diligence on your part, and a refusal to grow up. You desire happiness. We all desire happiness. Maybe you think you deserve it. That's probably the problem. You think you're entitled to this sun without going through the work. But this Ace of Swords has led you to desire a reconciliation with somebody that you have ended things with, and ended them in a very painful way. You desire a reconciliation in spite of your really irresponsible behavior. Perhaps a bit impulsive. So what else does the universe want you to know about this? Perhaps a clarification on this Page of Pentacles, this immature, indulgent behavior. Well, you want success, obviously. You want others to recognize that you have changed, that you've become the King of Wands. Or perhaps you want the recognition, lots and lots of recognition. You want the medal. But do you have the chest to pin it on? This suggests that you are still the Knight of Pentacles. That means it's in the upright, you're headed the right way, but it's going to take a while. And it appears you have a thing for a High Priestess. And you still have a tendency to feel sorry for yourself and refuse to see the gifts that are being offered to you. So, there's the need for a meditation practice and a gratitude practice. The meditation practice will help you see. The gratitude practice will help you be grateful for what you have. The more grateful you are, the more you are likely to have. Anything else that this person should know? A different deck. Where are you now, really? Because you seem to be a bit confused about that. Let's see what the universe has to say. What do you need to know about your real situation? We have the Dolphin. The Dolphin person is a nice one, as I recall. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. Do you know you're a healer? All right. The gifts of the Dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, active healer, strong, spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power. To bring into balance like-minded spirits. Seems to me that you have completely neglected the spiritual side of your personality or soul, aspect of who you are, who you truly are. Personality is not who you truly are. It's only how you express your true self. But the healing message is very interesting because I don't think you've seen yourself that way, and perhaps you haven't been that way. Nevertheless, that seems to be your message for today, that you are or have the potential to be a healing force in this world. That doesn't necessarily mean hands-on. There are many, many ways to be a healer. Something for you to think about. I wish you all the best.